Alright, 7 treasure keys means I'm all ready to face Muggshot. And I'm going to face Muggshot, but first I have to go back and unlock a vault because I know where the last clue is that I just happened to miss the first time around, so I'm gonna get that done really quick first. Hey, remember this big slot machine in the Boneyard Casino that gave me a bunch of coins? Turns out there was a clue right here that I just didn't notice. Anyway, that's all the clues for this area, so time to unlock the vault. Alright, don't fall in the water, and let's see what Bentley has for us this time. Alright, 338. Please let this be worth the trip. Come on now.
Okay, this page is from your hyperactive ancestor B.F. Cooper. He discovered a way to speed up the clock. Perfect for those long stakeouts. Just hold down the triangle button to use it.
Yeah, this is kind of like the slow jump, except you don't have to be in the air to use it, and it speeds everything up instead of slowing everything down. Both the world and Sly will move faster, but really, even though there's a noticeable difference, there's not really much point in using it when there's things like the dive and the roll around, but, you know, it's nice, I guess. Alright, now that that's out of the way and we have a new upgrade, time to unlock these locks and see what's behind them. Come on, Sly. A switch. A switch that needs to be flipped. Huh. Odd. Anyway, let's just run up here, and as I said before, this is probably the hardest boss fight in the game, next to the final boss, for reasons that will probably be very clear soon. Anyway, let's say hi to Muggshot. Hello, Muggshot.
What? My boys have been yapping about some big mysterious dude running around cracking skulls and this is it? You're the monkey wrench in my operation? Some scrawny rat with a stick. Hey, wait a second. I seen that stick before.
Maybe when my father knocked your block off with it.
Your father? Wow. You're a Cooper? You know, that Thingus Rackamagookus had a lot of nice pictures, but way too many big words.
So you don't mind just handing it over?
What, are you kidding? You break into my place, steal my stuff, trash the joint. I feel transgressed and violated. Let's rock.
So he hates big words, but specifically transgressed. Good to know. Anyway, the thing with Muggshot is that he's so huge that Sly can't actually hurt him with his cane, and he also just shot me. So in order to hurt him, you need to reflect all the sunlight off these mirrors onto these crystal things, which will somehow do this.
My beautiful gun is destroyed. Good thing I got a spare upstairs.
So yeah. Anyway, second phase is a little more complicated because the layout is different, and also the fact that Muggshot is always extremely aggressive. He's fast, despite being so giant, and the fact that he walks with his fists instead of his legs, and he's always shooting at you every few seconds, as I'm sure you're very aware of by now. And he's also scarily accurate, so unless you're double jumping as soon as he shoots at you, you're probably getting hit. Yeah, like I said, probably the second toughest boss in the game. And a lot of that comes from the final phase, which you are about to see. Where now, instead of running around, Muggshot's just gonna fight you on a chandelier. And basically, now, instead of running around, you have to use the Ninja Spire jump. And as you can see, it's even harder to dodge his bullets when you can't just run around to avoid them. But yeah, it's the same thing with the crystals and the light-reflecting mirrors. But the thing is, he can also shoot the mirrors after you've turned them around to turn them back around, as you can see. And in the same volley of shots, he also killed me, so good for him. I cut out 2 failed attempts right here because they were basically the same thing. I got through the first 2 phases without a scratch, but then I missed time to jump very early in the final phase, and I fell to my doom. And really, I just didn't see much reason to keep that in when it didn't really add much to the video. Anyway, Muggshot's beautiful gun was destroyed, but it's a good thing he has a spare upstairs. You've heard this before the first time around. Anyway, hey, yeah, they really did make Muggshot surprisingly difficult, especially considering Raleigh was pretty much a pushover aside from his final move when he's down his last hit point. And really, I'm gonna give a little bit of a spoiler here. The next two bosses are nowhere near this difficult. But, I mean, yeah, you can make a case for the third one, but the fourth one's a joke, and the final boss is worthy of being a final boss. Anyway, now I'm gonna give you basically the way I beat this final phase, which is basically, instead of double jumping to get extra height before doing the spire jump, just jump once and then activate it when you're on the right track. Because if you move quickly like this, then he won't have time to shoot at you before you're behind the safety of the mirror. And when a mirror hasn't been turned around, him shooting it won't flip it back around because that would actually be good for you in that case. But it will provide a helpful bullet shield so that you won't get shot. As you can see, just every attempt of his to shoot me is just absolutely failing. And now we're done, because that's the final mirror. Bye-bye, Muggshot.
This is impossible. A little pipsqueak like you beating a big, strong bruiser like me? It ain't right. You want all of that stupid picture book? You're gonna have to go down to Haiti and cross paths with Miss Ruby. And then believe you me, you don't want to be you.
Oh well.
The Muggshot section of the Thievius Raccoonus contained an entry from my gunslinging ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. His specialty was the rail walk and rail slide, moves perfected through a lifetime of theft in the Old West. Getting out of town proved to be a little more challenging than getting in.
Oh hey, Carmelita.
Having just missed us, Inspector Fox went for the next best thing and dragged that canine steroid case off to jail. That was the end of Muggshot's gambling empire, and Mesa City's citizens soon returned home. While me and the boys, well, we enjoyed the rest of our stay in America, and then returned to Paris, ready for our next mission.
Oh Slaw, you lovable rogue, you. Anyway, let's check out our stats. 4 out of 5 vaults unlocked. I'd say that's a pretty good result. And I might go back and get the last one later if I can figure out where those last clues are. But for now, I gotta get ready for what might be my favorite stage of the game. And I mean it.
I figured out a way to get us to Haiti.